Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi, and welcome back to my secondary playthrough, or rather, my 100% blind playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Just to confirm check, someone did say the sound was quite loud and other stuff. I did my best to turn it down in the setup, but, I'm gonna, turn it down, one setting here. Just hope that makes it not too loud. Although the main problem was my mic wasn't high enough, and yeah, someone mentioned that. So yeah, that's been fixed, and the same will also be applied to my part 10 and onwards of my Donkey Kong Bonanza playthrough. I don't know why, I kind of like hearing the music on my end, but then again, I guess I can already. And apparently this game is really loud music or something, so I turned it down just one spec on the game, as well as I turned it down quite a bit in my actual audio. Hopefully it's not too silent. Alright. I think it should be fine now. Hopefully it's not too silent. Alright, anyways, enough of that. In the last video of our playthrough of this, we find out that we bought quite a few stuff, and, yeah. I decided to change the way I do these a little bit. So, in a previous video, we did the real village first, and we saved the dude from that. Now we're going to go here and get Mipha, the Zora princess, since we're so far ahead of levels, at least in the main storyline. What did it say? I kind of skipped that.
This looks quite satisfying.
Alright. So, yeah. So, yeah, in the previous video, we mostly focused on the real village and whatnot. And now, we're gonna continue trying to go for the right storyline and get all the mission stuff. And now I have an idea of what to do. We have to do all the map objectives, all the DLC ones that I know of, all challenge battles, of course, and the main storyline battles, but they could be done on any difficulty.
Mipha, a Zora princess with the power to heal others' wounds, was selected to pilot divine beast Varuta. Accompanied by Link and the rest of her party, Zelda headed.
I'm feeling extra special. I think I'm gonna just not do upgrades for our characters. Since we have a pretty powerful level, and just focus on doing 2 storyline missions for now, and then focus on our other stuff afterwards. And again, very quick cutscene, because, as you might have guessed, this is King Dorfian. We haven't seen it because we haven't really played this game versus...
Has faith she will do her utmost. With your permission, of course.
But yeah. But yeah, as you might have guessed, we're not actually playing on the Switch 1, we're playing on the Switch 2 because that was a very fast load time. Normally that would be longer probably on Switch 1. But on Switch 2 this is instant. So that's gonna probably save a little bit of time over the course of the run. The game will also probably still run faster too.
I cannot send my daughter into such peril.
But
Your Majesty! I bring news!
If there's one thing I've known is Switch 2 is very well compatible with all of the Switch 1 games, basically. heard of one that cannot run on the Switch too. At least not I know. Alright.
This creature is a guardian? How cute.
Princess Mipha! Monsters on Ploymus Mountain, marching this way.
What of my father?
His Majesty is leading the army to intercept. He thought the prince was here with you.
Sidon is missing? We will find Sidon. You must watch over the domain.
Highness!
This part in particular is probably why it's so styled. What I mean by that, I mean by doing the other stuff. Alright, there we go. This time we are on the side of the Zoras, which is nice for a change. Alright, I'm gonna send Ipa down here actually. I like how there's also different fail objectives from different areas, but right now it's more like the traditional segment. And what I mean by that is like basically we'll only fail if we die at one point. Alright. Okay. No one has found Prince Sidon. Oh boy. Yeah. Not used to using a stick to back onto certain characters. Oh, there was a second electric reservoir here. We only fight one of them. Alright. Okay. Specials are definitely a lot more powerful in this game versus Hyrule Warriors Original. I feel like in Hyrule Warriors Original, they just simply didn't do enough damage. Were only mostly worth it for the safety. Oh, there's a different set of enemies now. Alright, Link go there. Impa rather go there. Link go over here, and Mipha will just go down the middle. So we'll get to use Mipha now. Yeah, other than that, so far I've been enjoying this game. Trying to get through it. We have a kind of a better idea of what to do. There's a few, well, several story missions to complete. A little less than there was before, though. There was a lot more in the original game, I think. And then there's all the challenge battles and some other stuff. There's quite a few monsters. Because we didn't split up, we're not really in the fast speed that we need to. A lot of this game is just running around for the most part. It could be tricky. We're kind of stuck in a weird set of battles where sometimes... We can keep using ice to weaken this dude. Right now I'm focusing on this one, because this one's on the verge of defeat, and we want to make sure they survive. Of course, there's so much that we probably can't defeat them all. So many different monsters to defeat, so little time. We're just gonna kind of focus on whoever's closest to who. Wait, so the rod thing means that's a Wizrobe, huh? Okay. We have a special attack we can use. Maybe that dude fled before he could say anything. That's how hard this sword is. Alright. Good, so I shall beat both of those big brutes. Let's try to do the rest of the missions to Mipha. Ritz's Sidon was spotted headed towards Polymus Mountain, huh? Okay.
Nice one.
Let's just head for the mountain, like the game tells us to. Obviously, there's still some secrets we have to find in the missions, and yeah, that could be a bit tricky to get. But most of the vision collectibles seem to be in the form of Koroks, and there's still a ton of those. It's gonna be tricky to find them all, though. Oh, the prince is a kid. So this kid is getting attacked by this big... I seem to forget his name. There, yeah, it's the Lino. I was just trying to remember this. Alright. I'm just gonna try spamming stuff and see what happens. Keep using the ice, but not at the right time. I figured to use like a charging boot. There we go. Now we hit the right weakness. So instead of using like different items or so like you did in the original. Okay, that was not much damage. I'll try using Impa next. That was kind of a tricky one. We didn't really get a good chance. He just kind of ran into a different side of the wall. That is kind of trolling in terms of damage. Keep in mind, we're only on medium, but it still does quite a bit. We definitely have had to heal. Okay. Can make him hit the wall, maybe. whenever we can get those fairy rushes, those do a lot of damage. But it's tricky to get them, always. Okay, that works. Bit of a tough boss there. Alright.
Why would you try to fight that beast alone? I was so worried about you. But still, I am proud.
I think so far we're getting decent volume on the music and game itself. So I hope that is better for everyone. It's funny, I never had an issue with that. I think the big problem was I was worried I was too loud. Like my volume was too loud, rather like my speaking volume. But I think I found a balance that works now. I should be alright, hopefully. So now she's gonna take control of a giant robotic elephant, huh? Is that what's gonna happen? We'll have to wait a bit for other stuff. Okay, I did use Mipha a bit much, I think. We should try using Zelda on this next one. I know Link has to be used on a lot of missions, but rotate to Zelda, because I think we've used Mipha on the last 2 missions that we've done in this story. My gosh, these dudes.
There is no turning back now.
King Dorfan!
Whoa. Did that guy just shoot like a red beam or something? That looked like one of those things you see in Dragon Ball, like that beam. You know that beam? Really shot from... Oh, okay, I see. That's the beam from the big beast. Okay, that's what that was. Huh? There's a motion control system we have to use? No, thank you. I do not want to use motion control. I mean, thank you very much for turning that off. So there are options, yes, to do motion control aiming. But anyways, I think the main thing we're doing is we're going to do all the requests on the map too. Basically anything we can do on the map we'll do. But the main thing we need is all story missions, all challenge rows beat, but also all Koroks found. We found a couple just going into the storyline, but some of them are a bit trickier than others. And unlike the other game, we do not have to play the game multiple times on all the difficulties. Instead, we can just focus on that. Oh, I see. Wait, this isn't done yet. That was just the first part of the battle. Now we got a second vow. We have an icicle barrage. You can fling upward to remove some of the ground. All sorts of different stuff can be done. Oh, it does like an alert too when there's enemies actually hitting. So we're silently using a shoot 'em up now. Oh. There we go. It's cool we get to actually pilot the Divine Beast. Not like in the actual Breath of the Wild. There we go. We had to hold that to make that work. Get rid of this. That's a lot of monsters. Also, they set the story mission to be so long. That's fine. Maybe the next one we'll be able to have more time and do more of the missions. So I'm assuming you would have to aim with motion controls normally. There we go. Thank you, Valruta. Together we've restored peace to our domain. Ruta, we can keep everyone safe. So that was a separate battle within the battle itself. So we had to do 2 battles just to get through that.
This attack proves your point. We are woefully unprepared to defend against the Calamity. The Zora will face this peril head-on. We must consider the future. We all share this.
Honestly, I like the 1 story mission per video, by the way. Because if we keep going at that, we'll still get good progress towards 100%, but we'll also get
Yes, Father.
the storyline completed sooner rather than later. But just doing the storyline so far seems to be taking a while.
You will become the pilot of the Divine Beast, Varmuta.
This is still a pretty long game time to present though, but will probably not nearly be as long as Hyrule Warriors just because stuff. But there's still a lot of challenge battles to do. Alright, we should finally be back in here. Honestly, I like the balance now of doing 1 story mission, then doing a bunch of challenge missions. This was unlocking a different items. Alright.
You did well.
Alright. Damage from fire, 50%. Oh, that's perfect. We can have that ready.
For once, you've done well.
Alright. So you've done well. Oh, it shows you how much we have of each kind. Alright, nice. Let's do this challenge battle. For now. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I've been wanting to do this for a while, to be fair. Yeah, this one's taking a bit longer. But it's still pretty fast. Probably would take it a longer time. Oh, so you keep your hearts as you go along. So unless you can find apples in the bushes, you don't really get healing automatically. Alright. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay. So, by pressing ZR, we can basically get a longer combo with Mipha if we use our special attack first and then use... Alright. Don't need to always defeat all the big bosses though. We can just focus on the many of the enemies. And then we should be fine. Alright. Got an arrow level on Mipha from that. To be fair, we're still using her standard weapons, so that could be why she's not doing well, but then again, what can you do? Let's see. Kind of crazy that weapons have levels in this now. Really changes how you play the game. Oh, we could send this to get AMC. Help, the ancient staff and the research is moving quickly. We've had a breakthrough with the sensor. If you press X when marked off as are displayed by certain cookie recipes, you're able to track the required materials. You could also search for specific materials. Alright. You could see what the difficulty is. Of course, we only care about normal. We don't use Zelda enough. In fact, we're gonna use her right now.
Yeah.
I see, so some of these you have to just buy from merchants. I'm not gonna actually use that until the next story battle, but that will be helpful for Link so we can then upgrade our characters enough to where we can maybe start upgrading them further. Alright, I'm just gonna stick with this, and cooking will do damage. Most of the main stuff, by the way, we probably get from just defeating enemies, but we can also farm challenge battles to get more of those things if we need. Some of the ones that involve us defeating a certain amount of enemies we can definitely abuse. But right now, I think best for progression is to just defeat as many different battles as possible. And yes, there is a max level in this game as well, by the way. It's much later though, like level 100 specifically. So this character is really good when using the special runs. Now we capture the outpost. Let's see what this move does. So Zelda has the power to potentially activate even more power of the runes early on. It's her ability, basically. So she basically gets a follow-up attack after using any of her runes, so she's more powerful when using them. There was nobody in that, and yet we still got stuff done pretty quickly. Very interesting how that works sometimes, but we were able to get that done. Oh, that was Magnet. Oh, we still did that somehow. Oh, we can repoint Sash. Since we'll probably need all the characters at least once, it's a good idea to get some practice in with each of them so we know what we're doing. And since Zelda used the least, we probably want to use Zelda in this battle anyway. Alright. On to 11. Got a new weapon for her. Alright, I'm gonna do weapon upgrades of Zelda now. Oh, this one we never got. Oh, we finally got it done.
You've done well.
Perfect timing dodge window. Whatever that is. We just got. Valley gets bonus hearts for this one.
Stop aiming higher.
Beautiful work.
Alright. More greater effects. That's weird. It says Courser Vianney is only found from the same item that we got it from. That's so crazy. That means we have to probably wait until later to get it. Some materials are designed like that, though. Alright, Blacksmith. Use weapons for specifically Zelda right now. Yo, I just realized this prototype sword is really overpowered. I decided I'm banning use of it until we get to the end. I want to maybe show it off at least once, but not here. So even though I got a pre-order bonus, I'm not going to use it because it just doesn't seem right. And also, I don't like any of these air weapons, so we'll just fuse these ones. In fact, as boring as this one is, I want to fuse this as well. I want to get as much power on this as we can. Of course, now it's getting to the point where it's not going to upgrade as easily. But even still, like, look, now we have, like, basically the same amount of damage we would have had. Except, we would have started with that if we had just played with him to begin with. I know we have some weaker spears, but our regular trident starts way stronger. Also, that one's more expensive to fuse. Sometimes other characters have a harder time fusing than ours, it seems. I get. Alright, well, we already did Bank. Mipha is the only other one we can do. Just do the same strat we did before. Was it me, or did I fuse or did I upgrade more pre and weapon on Mipha? Because it seems like slightly very stronger weapon, because it started out much more powerful than all their other ones. Alright. What else can we do? Well, we could do this. We never really did this before. Sure, we'll do it. We just got Mipha, so we'll use her.
To keep everyone safe.
So we don't have to upgrade her as much later. onward now. And, actually, let's look for a meal event. Let's try this. I think I know what to do now. I'm gonna buy some stuff from all the different merchants after I do this mission, and then we'll end the episode here, and then we'll try to maybe do the 2 storyline missions. See what happens, because I kind of want to move on to other stuff too. But I also want to go for the storyline missions, because our characters are kind of overleveled for those. Use the bomb barrels to defeat the monsters, huh? Can't really figure out any way to destroy these guys quickly with this stuff other than just using bomb impact over and over again, so that's what we're doing. Oh, we did really well. We could that dude at the same time as we did that. That was a really strong move. At least that's what it looked like. Oh, we got Flurry Rush, even though we're nowhere close to that dude. Well, that works out, I guess. Reach of Demise. Wait, they want us to do this, actually. That was the only problem with not pulling that up sooner. So you can sometimes take a lot of advantage. Alright. So we do have to defeat the violence as well, I see. Okay, that works. Alright, we did it. Well, we actually got our experience accepted. We went straight to level 11. Yeah, no need for grinding if we just do that. Of course, ideally, if we were doing like a super grind, we'd want to probably grind one character so we can then spend money on the others to train them. Oh, I just realized the Royal Ancient Lamp, that's also an extra thing, which means that's technically DLC. I forgot there was DLC in this game, but it looks like I got them already. I think I preemptively bought it, I think, when I first saw this. Alright, I want to visit all the different stores and see what we can use. Okay, these are really expensive, but this is what we need to get the other upgrades. It tells me we're gonna have to come back there later. Let's just take all of these, because probably want them. I thought I did that right. Whatever. We can get another ability unlock for Mipha. More specifically, stronger combo. I see. Oh, we can register up to 2 different quests, huh? Let's try this one. I just realized there is no option for that on the area yet. Because it's just green, register quests. It won't blank green unless something's there, which means we cannot even do those. Alright, that makes sense. Well, on that note, let's save the game. And I guess call it quits. Sorry we didn't do our story missions, but that other one just ended up taking a long time. I'll see you guys in the next video where we, I guess, go to the Goron area and try to rescue the dudes there. Till then, see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!